This is Shepard. We're here in Milwaukee at the rave here, Cavalera Conspiracy tonight. We're here with Max. Can't really believe it, but thanks for taking the time for us and our listeners.
Very welcome. Good to be here.
Thank you. The new album, got that right here. Let me get that out. Pandemonium. This is what the tour is about. It's been about a month. Is that about right?
Well, we're about a week and a half through now.
Okay.
So we still got almost 3 weeks left still.
Okay.
So there's quite a little bit of touring still to do, but it's been fantastic. The reaction has been great. It's a great bill too, because we got Lodi Kong, which is my kids' band first, and then COC playing Blind, which is a classic COC record, and then Death Angel. There's just amazing trash from the Bay Area from back in the Testament, Exodus days. And then Cavalera, we come in and we do. We're not like those bands that come and play a lot of stuff from the new album. We're not doing that, which we decided that would be a kind of cool thing to do. We love the record, but we're not going to force down people's throats.
Okay.
We're going to let it ease into it, like when we come back maybe next year, we'll play a little bit more of that, So right now, it's a real mix. We're playing a couple of songs from Pandemonium, but we're also playing everything from me and Igor's career, which spans about 30 years. So there's a lot of material to choose from that,
So you guys could play for 4 hours and people would still say, why didn't we hear this song?
Exactly.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Well, on the new album, I'll just tell you one of my favorites, and I'm hoping it's on the set list, but I won't be mad if it's not, is Kramu Meow.
Kramu it is.
It is. Oh, we're in. Right. What's the song about?
It's inspired by the guy that did the drawing, Stefan Deutschnoff. He's a Brazilian guy, and one of his drawings was called Cramunhão. And I asked him about it, say, what's because I didn't know what Cramunhão meant. I'm from Brazil, and I have never heard of it. It sounds cool. It's a cool word. It's
right.
Like, what is this Cramunhão? It's like, it's a devil. It's a Brazilian. People conjure the devil in their backyard with their animals, and the Cramunhão appears, which is the devil appears.
Is that right?
So I just I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna make a song out of that.
That's metal.
So I made a song, and it kind of talks a little bit on the song. I made it half about Cramunhão and half about Chupacabra and Cerberus from the old Greek mythology, the three-dogged head. So it's about exotic wild beasts related to the devil, and the song in English, but only the chorus in Portuguese. When I say Cramunhão, that's in Portuguese, and it's great. People are loving it. We played together with Not Losing the Edge, combining. Not Losing the Edge was a big song, had a lyric video for it. It's kind of the only groove song on the whole album. So we are playing live, and it's been great.
Wow, those are two of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We decided to put I love these medleys. We're doing the medley of medleys on this tour. It's Beneath the Remains, Into Desperate Cry, into Dead Embryonic Cells, into Troops of Doom. And it's about 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing lasts 10 minutes.
Nice.
And it's just this huge chunk of medley that comes in the middle of the set. It just goes... And when it's done, you can feel people's expressions just like, they're just, oh my God, what the hell did I just see? Because we play, it's 4 classics in one.
Yeah.
In one take, man. It goes from each of the other nonstop. Nice. And it's pretty killer. And we're also doing a Nailbomb, obscure Nailbomb song called Some of Your Achievements, which is something that we never really played that before. And I was talking to Igor. We've been playing Wasting Away for a long time, and it's like, man, let's change. Let's do something else. Let's, I wanted to do World of Shit or either that or Vai Tomar no Cu. But Some of Your Achievements, we were listening to it. It's like got this doom feeling. It's almost like doom metal. And it's like, it'd be kind of cool to have a doom metal song in the middle of the set, And so we throw that in there. So there's bunch of cool surprises like that on the Cavalera set. It's making this set very interesting.
Can't wait. We're talking about the book here. I've got to show the book. You guys out there haven't read this book. I got it a couple weeks ago. It took me about 4 or 5 days to and just couldn't put it down anytime I had a chance to get it out. I have a million questions. I know we don't have enough time for them, so I'll just ask a couple. One, you were talking a little bit about religion there. I don't know if I'm saying the word right, candomblé.
Yeah.
What is that about? Because that fascinated me when you were talking about your mother's religious upbringing and how that kind of went to you and Igor. And
yeah, it's a very famous Brazilian religion. They say in Brazil 90% of the people is Catholic, 110% is candomblé. That's the joke they have, Because a lot of people in power, even presidents, are candomblé, and people don't know about it. It's the way to recognize is sometimes by necklace. They have this beads necklace. I don't have one on me right now. Mine broke. My mom's got to make me another one. She makes me those, I've been involved there since I was a kid. We grew up Catholic, and I mentioned on the book when I was 8 years old, I was baptized in the Vatican.
Yeah.
My dad took me to the Vatican.
Yeah.
It was one of the things that he wanted to do. I still don't know today. I never got the chance to ask him why he did that. But it was cool. It was wild. And then my mother is the one that she had all the rituals every weekend in the house. About 30 people come and they play drums all night. And I love that. And in these rituals, people get possessed and start talking in different languages and little babies. And I always liked that part. And I made a connection when I made my first Sepultura concert. I felt like possessed. I felt like I was possessed by something because I wasn't even saying the right words to the crowd. Which was like really weird. And I mentioned that to my mom. I said, Mom, I think the thing that they feel during the candomblé, I feel the same when I play live. and that's still with me today. I still feel like that. Today's a little less because you do so many shows, it becomes automatic. But still, from time to time, I get lost in I even forget I'm on stage. You get transcended to a different place.
Beautiful. Which
is really cool.
Yeah. When you went to right on the edge of the rainforest for roots, why would it mean so much to you to go to such far lengths for your music? Because a lot of people wouldn't. You went all the way in and put yourself in danger and such.
Well, for me, it was the roots of Brazilian music. We want to get to the very beginning, before samba, before pagode, before northern music. The Indians were there first, so they are the first inhabitants of Brazil. So they're the first music of Brazil is the Indian music. So my idea, an idea came from being drunk and one night at home in Phoenix, watching a movie called "In the Plays of At Play in the Fields of the Lord." It's a very obscure movie. I had a video tape, not even DVD. It was VHS tape.
That's old school.
2 tapes because it's a long movie. It's like 5 hours long. And I was drunk watching it. And in the movie, the guy, one American Indian guy, he gets lost in the jungle in the Amazon, and he's in an expedition, and he's asked to drop bombs in a village full of Indians, and he flies over and he decides not to drop the bombs. And he gets wasted one night, and he grabs the plane, flies above the village, the tribe, and parachutes, and decides to go meet the tribe and he becomes one of them. I was very fascinated by that story, and I kind of want to do something similar with the music. So I told Roy the next day, we go into the jungle, record with the Brazilian jungle, and of course she had a heart attack, and she's like, Michael Jackson, how are you gonna do that? I'm like, that's not my problem, that's your problem, that's where you come in, and you make this happen. I just want it to happen, And I found a lady called Angela. She's still around. She helped me a lot, Angela Papiani, and she's a woman responsible for Indian affairs in Brazil, so she knows all the tribes. And the tribe I wanted to go is called Kayapó. They're a little bit further down inside the Amazon, but they didn't want nothing to do with white people. They'll kill us, pretty much. If you go there, they'll kill you right now. So she said, hey, Max, let's not go to that one because I wanted the band to continue. I want you guys to have a long career. So let's go to this one. So we took the Chavantes instead, which was just as good,
Wow, that's amazing. That's so neat. You know, one of the things that I want to make sure before we get out of time here, because it was important to you. You said if anyone reads this book, the thing you wanted them most to understand or get from it was come to Brazil, understand and see for yourself how great my country is. Why was that so important for you to get across in this book? Why is that so important to your heart?
Well, because I think like Brazil gets a real bad rap around the world. People say it's dangerous, this and that, and I don't know. I really think if you go there, I think you'll find it it's really quite opposite. It's really friendly, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. Very friendly people. People will treat you really good. And of course, there's dangerous areas, but avoid those areas. Don't go there. Just don't be stupid. I'm not gonna go to South Central at midnight on a Friday. It's common sense,
right.
And I'm just I kind of proud of my country, and kind of I don't want to sound too much patriotism because I'm not too much down with that, but I just wanted if one thing people who have the chance to visit Brazil, I think they'll really enjoy it. They have a really good time, and they'll like they would definitely like the country because it's a really cool country.
Cool. How do you manage having so many things going on? Because I saw an interview, I think you were in Australia, I think you were with Kill or Be Killed,
right?
And you were talking about, we're going to come to America, we're going to do this tour that we're talking about right now, and then something about a Soulfly album in August. I mean, all that, how?
My brother calls me the James Brown of metal. Max's the James Brown of metal, the businessman in metal.
Well said.
I hate boredom, man. I really hate boredom. I hate standing still. So I have to be doing something. Otherwise I go crazy, and my wife knows that. So she's like, you better come up with something if you don't want to stand still, because there's gaps between records, and if you only have one band, there's no way you can be busy all the time. There's going to be gaps between a record when the tour is over and you got to make another record, whatever. That's going to be like, so I hate those gaps. So I was like, all right, when those gaps come, I want to be doing something else then, So that's why I created Cavalera Conspiracy, and then I was kind of bored even with that. And then I created Kill or Be Killed with Greg. And it's great, man, because I think the more, the better. I mean, Kill or Be Killed surprised me how many people liked that project, because it was really kind of wild. We didn't know what to expect. Involving members of Mastodon, the Linger Escape Plan was just a wild idea, But it surprised me that album was very, very well received, especially in Australia. That when we were touring there, the album was still on the top charts. They got back on the charts like number 3 when we were down there. And so we're planning to hopefully show that tour to America. I hope this year everybody's booked with their own bands. I'm booked with Cavalera and Soulfly to the end of the year. Troy's booked with Mastodon. But I think next year we can do a run of American Kill or Be Killed tour.
Great, awesome. If there were, I was talking to some of my friends that are all metal friends, and we said, if there was like a panel of the 8 to 10 most important, influential people in heavy metal history, you would be on that panel. Who would you see sitting next to you? There's a round table, and it's just, it's the creators, it's the influence. I mean, it's you, it's Ozzy, obviously.
Right.
Who else is there?
Lemmy. Yeah, for sure. James Hetfield. I would say Ian Gillan, The Purple. Brian Johnson, AC/DC. Dave Lee Roth. Dave, man. Gotta have it. I love Van Halen. Yeah. With Dave Lee Roth, though. Long time he hates.
She's with you on that one.
Angus Young, Eddie Van Halen. So it's not just singers, There's a couple of drummers there, B. Ward, Dave Lombardo.
Oh, Slayer.
Igor. I think we reach about 10 there, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're at 10, definitely, for sure. I'll let you go. I want to respect your time. I love in your book, though, also, you give a lot of praise to your brother. A lot of love to family.
Yeah.
which is neat to see.
It was hard because we had a 10-year, communication breakdown.
Sure.
And, it was difficult, especially the chapter dealing with Sepultura. It was a very delicate chapter on the book, and I kind of find a way to do it without hurting too much people's feelings. I think I even was kind of easy in the actual Sepultura guys, because I think you read some other books. I don't want to mention any names, where band members really viciously attack other men, and I didn't feel like doing that. In my heart, they're my brothers. We grow up together. We make beautiful music together. We create something beautiful together for years. Sepultura is a beautiful image in my head. It was something that was beautiful that happened, that was very influential to a lot of people. So I didn't feel like making a book and bashing them, So I was like, I kind of spared them. I could have been really, but I didn't think like that would be the right thing to your ex-members. I just didn't feel right about that. So I just like, let's not do that, man. Let's just be kind of more forgiving kind of attitude,
Sure.
And yes, but I definitely love my brother, and it's so great to be playing with him again. I'm so excited, because I really, really miss playing with him.
That's awesome. And we're excited. We're at the Rave, Milwaukee. You guys, I think, is it Minneapolis, Minnesota after this one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the tour just rolls on and on.
Rolls on all the way to California. And then we go to South America. We have the first shows in Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay, and then Europe for festivals, Hellfest, Download. So we keep rolling. And then we switch to Soulfly, which is next album comes out in August, and it's pretty killer too.
Is there a name for it yet?
Archangel.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very, very exotic, very biblical, very just wild. It's a very artistic record. I think it's the most artistic record I've done in my whole life. It's full of stuff in it that people would love it.
There's so much to come. There's so much now. There's so much to come. There's so much in the past. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, brother.
Can't wait for tonight. I know it's about 4 or 5 hours away, so I'll have to find some way to contain my energy.
Yeah.
But we're at the Rave. Cavalera Conspiracy here tonight. Thank you.